Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jennifer, and as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Elizabeth. How are you today, Elizabeth?
I'm doing great, thanks. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something that's essential to all of us, relationships. Whether it's friendships, romantic partnerships, or even professional connections, having strong and healthy relationships is key to our happiness and well-being.
Absolutely. Building and maintaining great relationships can be one of the most rewarding parts of life, but it can also be challenging at times. Today, we're going to explore some tips and strategies for creating and nurturing strong relationships. We'll talk about the importance of communication, trust, respect, and empathy. We'll also discuss how to handle conflicts and keep relationships strong over time. Later in the video, we'll have a call from one of our listeners who will share their experience with building a great relationship, and we'll offer some feedback on how to maintain and strengthen it even further. But before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support really helps us continue creating content to help you improve your English and your relationships.
So let's dive in. Let's start with one of the most important foundations of any great relationship. Communication. Effective communication is key to understanding each other's needs, resolving conflicts, and building trust. It's important to be open, honest, and clear when communicating with others. For example, you might say, "I really appreciate it when you listen to me," or "I feel hurt when you don't consider my opinion."
That's right, Elizabeth. Communication isn't just about talking, it's also about listening. Active listening means paying attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting or thinking about what you're going to say next. It shows that you value their perspective and are willing to understand their feelings. For example, "I hear what you're saying and I understand why you feel that way," or "Can you tell me more about what's bothering you?"
Yes, active listening is so important. Another key element of a great relationship is trust. Trust is built over time through consistent actions and honest communication. It means being reliable, keeping promises, and showing that you're there for the other person. For example, "You can count on me to be there when you need me," or "I trust you to make the right decision."
Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, Elizabeth. Without trust, it's difficult to feel secure and confident in the relationship. It's also important to respect each other's boundaries and individuality. This means acknowledging each other's needs, opinions, and personal space. For example, "I respect your need for alone time," or "I appreciate that you have different interests than I do."
Exactly, Jennifer. Respecting each other's boundaries shows that you value the other person as an individual and are willing to support their personal growth. Another important aspect of a great relationship is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It involves being compassionate and putting yourself in the other person's shoes. For example, "I can imagine how difficult that must be for you," or "I'm here for you if you need to talk."
Empathy helps create a deeper emotional connection and fosters a sense of understanding and support in the relationship. It's also important to be patient and forgiving. No one is perfect, and misunderstandings or mistakes are bound to happen. Being patient and willing to forgive can help you move past conflicts and strengthen your relationship. For example, "I know we had a disagreement, but I'm willing to work through it," or "I'm sorry for what happened. I hope we can move forward together."
That's such great advice, Jennifer. Forgiveness and patience are essential for maintaining long-term relationships. And speaking of long-term, it's also important to keep the relationship fresh and exciting. This means making time for each other, trying new activities together, and continuing to nurture the relationship as it evolves. For example, "Let's plan a weekend getaway together," or "I'd love to try a new hobby with you."
Yes, keeping the relationship dynamic and fun is key to maintaining a strong connection over time. It's also important to celebrate each other's successes and support each other's goals. Being each other's cheerleader helps build a positive and encouraging relationship. For example, I'm so proud of you for achieving that goal, or I'm here to support you every step of the way.
Celebrating each other's achievements and supporting each other's dreams can really strengthen the bond you share. Now, let's talk about how to handle conflicts in a healthy way. Disagreements are a natural part of any relationship, but how you handle them can make all the difference. It's important to approach conflicts calmly and respectfully, and to focus on finding a solution rather than placing blame. For example, let's talk about how we can solve this problem together, or I want to understand your perspective so we can work through this.
That's such an important point, Elizabeth. Conflicts can be opportunities for growth if they're handled constructively. It's also important to take responsibility for your actions and apologize when necessary. Owning up to your mistakes shows maturity and a commitment to the relationship. For example, I realize I was wrong and I'm sorry for how I acted, or I want to make things right between us.
Taking responsibility and offering a sincere apology can go a long way in repairing and strengthening a relationship. Another tip is to keep the lines of communication open, even after a conflict has been resolved. Checking in with each other regularly helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that both people feel heard and valued. For example, how are you feeling after our conversation, or is there anything else we need to talk about?
Yes, keeping communication open and ongoing is key to maintaining a strong and healthy relationship. Speaking of relationships, we have a caller today who wants to share their experience with building a great relationship. Let's take the call. Hi there, you're on the air with Jennifer and Elizabeth. What's your name, and where are you calling from?
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Elizabeth. My name is Lily, and I'm calling from New York City. I'd love to share my experience with building a strong relationship with my partner and get your thoughts on how we can continue to strengthen it.
We're so glad you called in. We'd love to hear about your relationship and what's been working well for you and your partner. Go ahead and share your story with us.
Sure. My partner and I have been together for about 4 years now, and I think one of the things that has really helped us build a strong relationship is our communication. We make it a point to talk openly about our feelings and needs, and we're both good listeners. We also make time for each other, even with our busy schedules, and we try to do fun things together to keep the relationship exciting. But sometimes, I worry that we're so focused on maintaining the relationship that we might be neglecting our individual needs. I'd love to get your advice on how to find that balance.
It sounds like you and your partner have built a solid foundation of communication and quality time, which is fantastic, Lily. It's great that you're also thinking about the balance between your relationship and your individual needs. One thing you can do is have a conversation with your partner about your personal goals and how you can support each other in achieving them. This might mean scheduling time for your individual hobbies or interests while also maintaining your shared activities. For example, I want to make sure we both have time to pursue our individual interests. How can we support each other in doing that?
That's a great suggestion, Jennifer. Lily, it's also important to recognize that taking time for yourself can actually strengthen your relationship. When you both have the space to grow individually, you bring more to the relationship. You might also consider setting aside time to check in with each other about how you're feeling, both in terms of the relationship and your personal well-being. This could be as simple as asking, "How are you feeling about everything? Is there anything you need more of?"
That's really helpful advice. I think having regular check-ins and being mindful of our individual needs will help us maintain a healthy balance. I really appreciate your insights.
You're doing an amazing job, Lily. It's clear that you and your partner are committed to building a strong and healthy relationship. Keep up the great work, and thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Yes, thank you, Lily. It's inspiring to hear about the effort you and your partner are putting into your relationship. Best of luck as you continue to grow together.
Thanks, Jennifer and Elizabeth. I'll definitely keep your advice in mind. Take care.
You too, Lily. Bye for now. That was a great call from Lily. She and her partner are doing such a wonderful job of building a strong relationship, and it's clear that they're committed to maintaining it.
Absolutely. Lily's story is a great reminder that relationships require effort, communication, and a balance between shared experiences and individual growth. It's all about supporting each other while also nurturing your own well-being.
Definitely. And after hearing Lily's story, it's a good time to reflect on our own relationships. Are we communicating openly? Are we supporting each other's goals? Are we taking time to nurture the relationship as well as ourselves? These are all important questions to consider.
That's a great point, Jennifer. It's also important to remember that relationships evolve over time, and it's okay to revisit these questions regularly. By staying attuned to each other's needs and making adjustments as necessary, you can keep the relationship strong and healthy.
Yes, relationships are a journey, and it's important to enjoy the process of growing and evolving together. So, to recap, today we've talked about how to make a great relationship, including tips on communication, trust, respect, empathy, and handling conflicts. We also discussed the importance of balancing individual needs with shared experiences and keeping the relationship fresh and exciting.
Yes, and we heard a great example from Lily, who shared how she and her partner have built a strong relationship through communication and quality time. Remember, building a great relationship takes effort, but the rewards are well worth it. By being open, supportive, and understanding, you can create a relationship that's strong, fulfilling, and long-lasting.
That's right, Elizabeth. Thank you all for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We have plenty more content coming your way to help you improve your English and your relationships.
We'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves and each other, and happy learning.
Bye for now.